and welcome to ANJView. Again, it is another anime, and the irregular at Magic High School, otherwise known as Mahouka koukou no rettousei.
Quite a mouthful unless you're Japanese.
Yes, we do apologise for any mispronunciations in
Yeah.
any of our videos, by the way, because we're not Japanese speakers.
Although we try to be.
We try, but I don't think we are. So, what's this about really? So, the genre of this anime is
Magic sort of drama,
they've
isn't it?
classed it as a comedy romance magic.
That sounds right.
It's definitely got magic.
I wouldn't
there's
say
romance,
it's so much
but it's a creepy romance.
It's
we'll go more
creepy,
into that later. And comedy.
See, I wouldn't say it has much. Would you?
I would say it was quite funny. I think basically where everybody's trying to ignore this creepy relationship. And then, I think there is a bit of comedy, yeah.
Oh well, moving on. It's after the World War III, isn't it?
After World War III, where magic isn't a fairy tale.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Basically, this is the only reason it didn't go nuclear, this World War III, was because at the start of the 21st century, so here and now, they came up with a way of humans to use mana, which is like magic.
Or it's sort of magic technology, isn't it?
Yes. Basically, all of them have got like a device called a CAD or a card. Either they wear it on a wrist or it's in a weapon,
like a gun or something like that.
And it's basically like magic. And do stuff. So it's based around these two characters, a brother and sister called Tatsuya and Miyuki Shiba. Now, the reason it's called the irregular at Magic High School is because there's two different classes at the two different levels at the high school.
Yeah, the weeds and the
weeds and the blooms, I think it is.
Yeah, sort of flower pattern on them, don't on that.
Yeah. Basically, the blooms are the ones that have scored high on the entrance exam, like the magic exam.
So are seen as the more powerful ones.
More powerful, and basically, the weeds are the ones that scored low, but are still interested in learning the magic.
So they'll probably do the lesser jobs.
Yes. Or the engineer jobs, like to create the devices.
And more magic spells and stuff like that.
Tetsuya is the weed. And you find out because we only watched the first 3 episodes, you find out that he is actually quite powerful, but he cannot use the CADs basically.
Because it's not really compatible with him and his magic that he has.
So they all think he's weak, and all think, but his sister's like, Sister Miyuki is proper powerful
with sort of ice.
Yeah,
spells.
Basically she's like
to put it simply.
Yeah. It basically the Blues don't like the fact that she's associating with her brother because he's a weed. And it's like, well, wait a minute, a brother and sister, that's not fair.
And they sort of join the sort of council, don't they?
Yeah.
And
he goes. Apparently,
he proves his worth.
You're not allowed to be on the student body council unless you're a Bloom. But there is a loophole, which means that he can join a disciplinary committee.
Yeah.
And he joins that, and somebody's like, well, I don't think you should because you can't obviously use magic, and he basically just completely and utterly
kicks his ass.
That's, what
we'll beat that out.
He completely and utterly just knocks him on his back. The only thing we did not like is the very, very creepy relationship between these brothers and sisters.
Yeah, they're very close in a weird way.
I think he's not really that bothered.
No, it's
definitely her. Although he does.
Or perhaps it's more of an obsessiveness.
Yeah,
she doesn't want him to be hurt or something like that.
Oni-san. And it's like, no.
He makes fun of it at one point, and then there's like, they're just all like sitting there, sort of awkward moments, sort of thing.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, if she wasn't my sister, we would definitely be lovers, and it was like, and all the rest of them
like, just goes silent.
And it's like, I'm only joking. But he says it with such a straight face. Like, you're like, are you only joking? It's very creepy.
And when you first watch it, you think it's going to be more action, but it's not really, is it? It's more drama than...
Seeing that, though, the end of the third episode, it was getting good for that action.
Yeah. So perhaps it's going to develop into something with him. He joins this body and he's sort of the person who stops him from using magic.
But because he can't use magic, he basically does everything physically. So he's
very good at it. He's like a ninja, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he trains with a person that does ninja, like ninjutsu.
Yeah.
Which they called old magic technique.
Yeah.
So possibly the ninjutsu are obviously the people that can use magic without the devices. I'm guessing. So
well, like she uses her ice powers without using.
No, she's still wearing a bracelet. Which
so could you also it still could have been
a bracelet? I think it's a hair clip actually that hers.
Is it?
I think her card. So this episode, there's 25 episodes, and it came out in, just at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, so it's a recent anime, isn't it?
And it's based on several different mangas. So I don't know if the different mangas are based on the different characters within the series. But I don't know, I thought the story was really good.
Apart from that little bit there with them two was a bit, and it was a good art style, and the colours were like watercolours, weren't they? And it was very...
Do you know what I liked as well? I liked the school uniforms because they were really modest.
Yeah.
Like, they were, they weren't short skirts, they were basically like full length, well, like below the knee dresses, and then they had like this like see-through, like a little jacket and then a see-through bottom.
Yeah, and they looked really elegant, didn't they?
Yeah. So that's it for this week. If you've got any comments on the series, comment down below.
Please comment,
and please like and subscribe. So
button bash. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.